Hey, my wise and not so wise friends. Oh man, today I think I'm going to talk about success. Okay, I've given you guys a lot of personality in the Tag a Cop. I've given you some emotion and backstory in the wisdom from the not so wise. Today, let's go ahead and give you a little bit of success. Okay, so I'm really excited because over the past couple years, I really have put an active practice to certain changes. Like for 8 years, I've been trying to get on first shift. Well, over the past few years, what I've been doing is I have like 6 alarm clocks set still to this day. I would have people call me because I would sleep through the alarm clocks, but I would wake up during a phone call. So I'd have people call me in the morning to make sure that I woke up. You know, that's actually asking a lot of some people, considering that we're all busy and we can't always remember to call somebody to make sure that they wake up at 37 years old. But that's what we did. So it was so hard for me to wake up. It took all that. So I start waking up, over the past 3 years, I start waking up. I'm getting Lucy to school on time more often, right? 1 year. And then there's days where we're so late that we just say, screw it. That's not good, but that's what happened. This is just the truth. We gotta be honest and truthful with ourselves. We have to recognize the flaws so that way we can change them and be able to talk about success. So anyway, last year I would say was our best year yet, but this year, it's only a couple weeks in, guys, but for me, that's saying a whole lot. It's saying a whole lot. We're waking up on time. We've had a couple rushing days, but okay. That's a piece of success for me. That I put active practice and change. And I invoked my village. I said, hey, y'all, I need help. And I understand that I'm 37 years old and it's ridiculous that I can't wake up on my own to get my kids to school. I understand that, guys, but I'm telling you that I need help. And as frustrating as it was, I got the help. I got the help from my village. I got the help. We got to start giving Oh, I ran out of recording time. What I was saying was we got to start giving understanding to people's struggles instead of judgment and criticism. We have to start knowing where we can help and how we can help. As long as someone's trying, then we should continue trying to help. So, first I want to give appreciation and thank you to all those people that put themselves out there to help me. You know what? Before I continue, I want to thank Jesus. I want to thank Jesus for everything. I want to thank him for all the people that he's put in my life. I want to thank him for the strength that he's given me. I want to thank him for sharing his will with me. I want to thank him for every bit of success that I have reached lately, because that's a new part of success for me as well. I have found my new walk with, I have a newfound faith in Christ. I have a new walk with Christ. I'm learning slowly but surely, but every single bit that I learn of Christ's word and of his purpose for me, things just fall right into place as they need to. Sometimes they fall in traffic jam style and he says, figure it out. But thankfully, I've been working on how that works over the past couple years. So that brings me to the next piece of success. Organization, routine, and scheduling. So we're still refining this, but when I started learning how to wake up in the morning, I started putting other small practices in that. Like, okay, when we wake up, I'm going to wake up with enough time to kind of wake up, right? We're going to get Lucy up first. We're going to get her started in her shower, or her shower bath, whatever. When she's done with that, then I'll start getting Devin up while she's getting dressed. You see what I'm saying? Like I know it sounds so simple, but for me, this was hard. This is like I had to put this stuff into practice and create a habit out of it. And there were many days that I failed. There were many days I didn't wake up when I wanted to, but I still kept the habit of the things that I wanted to do, even if that meant that we were late. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't let waking up late stop me from doing the organized plan that I put in mind. So we continued to practice that. Consistency. Oh, consistency will bring you success. Now, I'm not saying that any of these changes have been easy for me. No. That's why they are success. Success looks different to everyone. And before I could be successful, I have to first be successful. So right now we're working on successful. This will come later. There's plenty of time for that. It's okay. I still have a family. I still have a life. The struggle is real. The struggle is real, but we make it happen. That's another part that I want to talk about success. So I had a financial problem. I had to sit here and learn how to budget my finances when feeling like I didn't have any finances to budget. So I'm so used to being broke. So what I started doing, this is like a little tidbit for you guys, something that some of you might want to try. What I started doing is as soon as I would get my money, I would put all of my money where it belonged. That included the gas tank. That included the bills, like put it all on the bills first, then the gas tank. Then I even got a gift card for a place that I knew I'd only use it for gas. And I put more money on that gift card to go towards my gas. So what I did was I got broke. I got paid. And I made myself broke by putting it directly where it needed to go, because I'm so used to going weeks without money anyway that it didn't hurt me none to just put all my money right where it needed to go as soon as it hit my hand. And that became like a fun little game. So I started writing down my finances. This goes here, this goes here, this goes here. Write it down. My mama told me that. Shout out, Mom. I know you love hearing when I say the things that you've said to me, so this is for you. My mama taught me that. You have to write it down. I'm sure there's many people that say this and have taught this, but for me, I learned it from my mom first. I started writing down my finances. I did it from most important, which were the finances that affected my children. Then the least important, which were the entertainment finances, paying for the channels, Hulu, whatever the case may be. I would first decide, and most important for me was car insurance, because that's a $500 fine if you ain't got it. So, car insurance, top of the list. Power, water, etc., etc. Now, on the most important list, I also put gas for my car. So fill up the gas tank, put money on a gift card. That belongs in that category because I can't make my money without gas. You have to have money to make money, which is a pretty hard concept. But once we start accepting hard concepts, acceptance, sometimes we have to accept that it is what it is. Oh, I hate that term. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? No. See, acceptance doesn't mean we stay where we are. We first acknowledge that there is a problem. We accept that this is an ugly truth that we do not like about ourselves or about a situation or about a place. Then we act accordingly to active changes. We ask ourselves, why don't we like this? Is this a personal reason? Or is this a learned behavior? Is this a learned behavior? Oh my God. For me, so many things are learned behaviors. And once I started acknowledging what was learned behavior, like when I blow up and scream at somebody about something so little, that comes from my dad. My dad, if y'all knew him, and those of you who knew him know that this is just the truth. Dad was angry, yelling, screaming man with nice big veins. I got dad rage. It takes me a while to get there, but it'll be the most tedious things that send me over the edge. Once I recognize that this is something that I do out of anxiety, because this is something that I've witnessed and been a part of growing up, it has allowed me to stop and breathe. It's very important. Anyway, I got that from my mama too. Just breathe, she says. Just breathe. You'll get through it. Just breathe. Anyway, today I'm most excited because, actually, I'm excited for so many reasons. It's not just today, but today kind of put a little candle in the cake or something. I don't know. So over this past week, Lucy has started swim team, like an official team. Like, this is a lot of money. Being part of a team is a lot of money, and we're just getting started. And I'm nervous. I am nervous and I am excited. But we went to a mandatory parent meeting, which we got like a nice folder with pamphlets, this stuff of information, this thick of information. And I'm excited, but like the parents play a big part in making the swim team a success. And I want to play that part. But for me, going out and socializing and putting myself in different places is not my strongest suit. But I've been practicing that over the past 3 years, going to birthday parties for the kids, And I would have to force myself to do it because it wasn't what I wanted to be. It's not that it's not what I wanted to be doing. It's that it's hard. It's hard for me to go out and socialize and be amongst groups and people and stuff like that. And I'm recognizing some of those same issues in both my kids. And I would really like to be able to heal and change myself in that way and be an example for my kids, because that's the only way. I don't know how to teach my daughter, for example, not to leave herself out of fun things, because I never learned. So I'm learning so that I can teach her. Maybe a little late, but it's never too late. No, we learn right when we understand that there is a problem. Man, with much knowledge, responsibility is given. Once we start to learn ourselves and our problems and our issues, we get given this responsibility, but like it's so special once you learn how to navigate it. And I'm not saying I got it all figured out. I don't. I'm just sharing some of the things that have helped me, because maybe it can help you too. Maybe it can't. That's fine. Either way, I'm sharing this. I'm sharing this for me, to be completely honest. It's been very healing. And truth be told, I'm not on here to get rich. I'm really not. I'm on here to share my story. Look, if my story resonates with you, subscribe. If it don't. If you think my story can resonate with somebody else, share it. If you don't, that's okay. If I'm just, I could hear her from time to time, hit a like. Next time you see me, it might be at just the right time. That being said, I'm on here to share my story. Anybody who wants to be a part of my story, please come be welcome and share your story. I will be getting more engaging with my viewers. I do want to engage. I do want to give thought-provoking questions and share with one another. But like I said, I had started this channel kind of on a whim before I was completely ready, because if I waited till I was ready, I would never be, obviously. But today, over this past week, Lucy went and did her swim practice. I went to a mandatory parent meeting, which made me feel special to be a part of something. It felt good to be a part of something positive for my daughter. It feels so good. And it's stressful, but it feels good. So then also I went yesterday and today, I went to go surprise Devin and have lunch with him at school. And when I got there, it was recess time yesterday. And let me tell you, some of those kids are gangsters. I got kind of terrified. and shout out to the teachers. Oh my God, being behind the scenes and seeing what the teachers go through, dealing with so many different kids and personalities. And as parents, as us as parents know, our kids, some little kids just flat out don't listen at all. So imagine having 13 little kids in a classroom not listening to you. These teachers are doing fantastic and amazing jobs. I love you. Thank you. I realize, although I've always appreciated teachers, I would say I've appreciated the fact that there are teachers. And that's another thing. When we put ourselves out there, it gives us more reasons to appreciate and more reasons to be grateful. So I'm so appreciative of these teachers. I'm so grateful for the programs that our town, I'm just going to say that our city has to offer. BCMW, it's an amazing program. They want us to be involved if you got the time. But this is what I did. I went for recess. It kind of terrified me as a mom, to be completely honest. The teachers are watching. They're doing the best that they can. But these kids are smart. These kids go hide to do whatever. They're hiding. Anyway, so I stayed for recess. We had our lunch. Spaghetti, salad, pears. It was delicious. I loved it. I loved how Devin wanted to walk me around his classroom. And I loved it because I've always been really good with kids, I loved how when I got in that classroom, I could engage most of the children. Most of the kids that were more rambunctious and didn't want to listen, they became engaged by me. So I'm sitting here reading Dr. Seuss, and I love to rhyme. I can rhyme really fast, so I'm sitting here getting real fast and pumped up with them, and I'm engaging the kids while their teacher, Miss Kelly, is setting up for lunchtime, and I'm being told that I'm good at this. And it feels good. That feels good because I felt good at it. And I don't have a whole lot of patience for a whole lot of energy like that. I'm very overstimulated, but I was surprised by how much of a good time I had. And what it was, so I was scared in the playground. Kids are kids, that's just the truth. But once I got in the classroom, I became less worried. I was no longer worried no more. It's a much more controlled environment, the classroom is, although kids can only be controlled so much. But it's a much more controlled environment in the classroom. I was so happy to be there. And then I decided, well, I can give 2 days a week out of his 4 days to volunteer. So I went today, and today everything was good. The teachers did explain that, on Mondays is always wild, but today everything was good. My son was the problem today, throwing rocks, pushing a kid, and I got onto my son. Oh, trust and believe that. I don't like that bullying. We do not bully. Bullying is not okay. Little kids got to be taught that, and we got to acknowledge when our kid is the problem too. And today Devin was the problem, and we handled that, And we had a delicious lunch of barbecue riblets and what else? Pineapples and corn. The kids loved it. They ate it up. Today we did sign language. We sang the ABC song in sign language. I was surprised and pleased with how many kids started doing their hands in sign language too, including my own. That was awesome. So I was able to engage the kids in that for a moment. And it was just really rewarding to be there the past couple days. And then Devin had his second soccer practice. I had to miss that, but I'll be at the third one, so I'm excited about that. So Devin's doing soccer, Lucy's doing swim. I'm doing college, volunteering, and water Zumba while working at the rec. And I love that we are busy in a positive way. I've always felt like I always feel like I'm in a rush, which makes me feel like there's no time. And because there's no time, I almost end up wasting time doing nothing. Well, lately I've been able to organize my time over, like when I started the first shift thing over the 3 years ago. I start, like I said, just adding little breadcrumbs of okay, add this here, what's happening. So I started writing down my schedule. I had to write down my schedule. Write it down, guys. I started writing down my schedule. I had no choice. And I did that, and it organized my mind. Now, my mind is still all kinds of shambles, I promise you that. But it has allowed me the opportunity to actually think in an order that helps me to remember, like, extracurriculars. Like, I remember when Tuesday is to go do my water Zumba. So today I dropped Devin off at school. I helped them get everybody fed for breakfast. And then I left and I went to my water Zumba class. And then I left my water Zumba class and went back to the school. And then I left at nap time. And now here I am. It's been a very rewarding and busy week in all the best ways. And for me, that is success. So I get my phone call today from my family caseworker with BCMW, and she says, hey, we're having our policy council meeting tomorrow at 10:30. We would love it if you join us. And I'm all over here like, hey, heck yeah, I'll join you. I would be delighted to join you in the policy committee. And so I'm excited to be a part of things. I've always been too depressed to find excitement for it. I've always been too depressed. So there's a lot of guilt that comes with this. You see, I feel guilty that Lucy didn't get this part of me. First time mom, me and her dad separated, bouncing home from home, finally getting a home, trying to learn how to be a single mom for the first time by myself. I could no longer apply for a job and say, yeah, I can come in whenever you want. I could no longer do that, but I didn't realize I couldn't do that. Although I had people that were willing to help me and that could help me. For one, we forget how hard it is to expect people. So I couldn't just tell work, yeah, call me in. Yeah, no, my mom had to tell me, no, Jess, you got to come up with a schedule. You got to figure out how this works so people can schedule with you. Oh shit! You mean I gotta think about Lucy's schedule, your schedule, her dad's schedule, and my schedule? That's 4 schedules. Shit. Excuse me. Now I got like 8 schedules I gotta think about. I gotta think about Lucy's schedule, Devin's schedule, my schedule, his dad's schedule, her dad's schedule, my mom's schedule, his aunt and uncle's schedules, my work schedule, the swim schedule, the soccer schedule, and I'm all over here like, damn. I'm glad I started practicing with Lucy. Lucy, baby, one day you're going to see this, and I want you to know that I love you from the bottom of my heart, and that it's you are the reason that I get to be better for you first and Devin second. Devin gets a part of me that you may not have gotten, and it's all thanks to you. And thanks to us, you get a part of me now because of everything you taught me. So Devin may be getting some of this stuff that you didn't get now. But you got a better mom every single day from this day on. And I hope that one day that you understand that. And I love you so much. And I am so proud of you. You have taught me everything I need to know about being a mother. Every single day, baby girl. So I just want you to know that I love you, and you and your brother Devin, you guys are my success story. It's thanks to you, it's thanks to the two of you that I get to see my worth. Jesus gave that to us. So, each and every day, this mama gets better. Each and every day, we as a family get better. Each and every day, we practice something, we fall, we get back up. Now, I still struggle each and every single day. But every single day, I still have so many things to be grateful for. So many things to appreciate. We still struggle, but we're not alone. All right, guys. This is Jessica with Wisdom from the Not So Wise. Thank you for listening. Tired but still inspired? Let's keep on going.